Welcome to New York City. Welcome to Nassau Coliseum. With a loss, what could be the final game in this building. Again, they would have to lose in Game 7 as well. The Islanders and the Bruins. Hey, in Game 6, New York wins. Then, as we go to commercial, and then we'll have anthems and then possibly puck drop. If we have Game 6 of the Islanders win, a rematch in the Eastern Conference Final with Tampa, who beat Carolina last night in 5 games, a loss would send this to 7 games in Boston on Friday night. But New York and Boston, game number 6. So we have that today. Welcome again to the puck drops here. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. There's all of that going on, of course. Islanders kind of had the same situation last series with Pittsburgh. Had an overtime win in the opposing building. Came to New York with the split. Lost the first game late in their building after doing good enough to compete for a win, but not necessarily being the best team, and then dominating Game 4, and then coming through late in Game 5, and then really carrying the play in Game 6 at home. So that's what's been the case here in that series. Let's see if that's the case in this series. What do you think JC's reaction will be if the Islanders win tonight? Just very sad. I don't know. You know him well. More well than I do.
Everyone loves to save a bundle. And when you bundle your home and auto with Allstate, you could save up to 25%. Protect more, pay less. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Click or call for a quote today. Yeah, as we get older, we all lose testosterone. Force Factors Castex 180 works to boost it back, build muscle, increase energy.
I think we'll be really mad. I don't know if we're going to be sad or mad.
Stanley Cup playoffs on NBCSN are brought to you by Truly, the official hard seltzer of the NHL. Time now for tonight's Honda starting goaltender, Joe. These two have been a big story.
Two indifferent performances in game number 5. Semyon Varlamov made a series of spectacular saves in the second period when the game was 2-2 to win it for the Islanders. Meanwhile, Tuukka Rask coming off his worst game of the series. He has to be much better in this game to get to a game 7.
The teams are ready, and we are just about good to go here as we get set for game number 6.
Ready for Game 6. Boston and New York. And I go back to commercial. I hate this stuff. They go back to commercial, and then we'll have anthems and puck drop. Trent. Now.
It is bear country, though.
Hey, boo-boo, we hit the jackpot. Bear. Look, what an account.
Oh, chicken. Don't mind if I do. I'm hungry.
T-bone. That's what I call a smorgasbord.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Save us a ton of money. We'll take the cobbler to go.
Good idea, Yogi.
Now I'm smarter than the average bear.
You're gone, Dad.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I'm really nervous. I don't know what I should wear.
Just wear something not too crazy. Remember, it's a business dinner, not a costume party.
On the Spotty Network, this is what she heard.
Just wear something.
Because you're saying stuff that shouldn't be said. Why do I have to go with you on this every single day? It's very annoying.
Don't trust first impressions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the crown jewel of 5G.
Anybody want to split a turkey leg?
Yes, just got pre-approved.
That was fast. Where are you going for?
This?
You
technically used?
A used one, like that. The one at your job's drive.
If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Car loan decisions in seconds from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
They're not. They're like 12. One's like 12, and the other one is like 13. Yeah, they're not. They're literal kids. And if anybody going, oh, that's very strange, why you know that, they told me.
The turbocharged Kia K5. In this sport, things can change like that. Side by side, 240 plus. You have to be fully focused and willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Let's go racing in Detroit on Belle Isle. Lots of experts.
We're almost ready for puck drop, guys. Also, Game 7 to the Colorado, if we get it, is 7:30 on Thursday. So I should have the rest of the second round games. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. We are back in Nassau Coliseum for this game. And now Anthem. I said anthems, but Anthem. In fact, we won't hear "Oh Canada" at all between Islanders or Bruins unless they beat Tampa Bay and advance to the Cup final against Montreal. So I should just say Anthem, at least now. What are your predictions for this game? Either 5-2 or 5-3. Wow. The fans in New York are singing Star Spangled Banner. You can barely even hear the anthem singer. The entire crowd is singing it. It's unbelievable. It's awesome. The entire crowd is singing it, and it sounds like they have microphones. That's how loud it is. It's incredible how loud it is here in Nassau Coliseum in New York. They're ready. They are ready. The fans are ready. New York is ready. Boston is ready. The Bruins are ready. The Islanders are ready. A la Bob Cole, are you ready? It is raucous in New York City, New York. The greatest city in the world is popping off for hockey. Game 6, New York leads the series 3-2. Rask will be in goal for Boston. Yes, he was pulled because of Swayman, but Rask is back in goal for New York. Varlamov. The Taylor Hall line will not start. It will be the perfection line against, I would think, the Fisherman line. We'll see who Barry Trotz wants to start, and we'll see what the officiating looks like today because of all the calls against Boston and how New York was able to score and also the politicking for the officiating. It is the perfection line for Boston. Bergeron, Marchand, New York Saints. Oh yeah. If you know, you know. He was really on him. And Barry Trotz also called Bergeron a cheater. Pajot's line is on, interestingly enough. So the two former Devils, Palmieri and Pajot, against Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak. Face-off tied up, and the face-off was temporarily won by the Bruins, but Pelech comes into the zone. He shoots, and it's blocked. Out there for McAvoy. Try to sweep it. Here's Travis Zajac. Backhands it back to Pollock. He fires, and a save by Rask. And the Saints already are gathering with Boston. And by the Saints, you know I mean the Islanders. Fans are chanting Tuca, Tuca, but again, not in an endearing way. This is tipped off the circle. and batted back out. Looks for Marchand. Marchand blocked off of Pajot. Sends this out to center and try to lob it back through. There's some changes behind the play. Bergeron working with Polak. Tapped that, but Marchand steals. Brad Marchand, who had that overtime game winner in Game 3 to make it 2-1 Boston in the series. Shot by McAvoy, tipped and taken right off the board line. Board work. Pelech with a hit on Marchand. Pelech looks for the puck, but it's stifled out for Bergeron. And now New York will move to center. Too far for Palmieri. Greshlick takes it. Greshlick backed it on down, and McAvoy will sweep this through. There's Varlamov. Tried to keep it in. Craig Smith couldn't, but now Mike Riley will stab it through. Taylor Hall, his line. Nelson hammers Hall. A shot on loose for Smith. I thought almost he had scored because of his positioning with the body, but he was not able to. Mike Riley will sweep this to the corner. Krejci out there. And here's Connor Clifton. Swept for Taylor Hall. Hall in the backhand. Forehand pass out the middle. It was blocked off and tipped away from Bailey and sent to center 2-on-2. Moves over Beauvillier. Tries to draw past this to Nelson. Nelson shoots. Hey, Rask. And Greshlick. They try to get it out. Craig Smith did. Beauvillier. Bruins are changing. Over to Mayfield. Mayfield steps up. Tries to rim this over to Nelson. Back to Mayfield. He shoots, and it's tipped wide as Clifton was battling from him. Back over to Marchand. Marchand steps through. Marchand backhand. Oh, try to send that in front and could not. What's up, Loperk? Bruins try to steep this to the corner. Look for DeBrusk. DeBrusk, but the puck is battled off, and Leo Komarov has it. Komarov. Oh, wow. Is it really a raid? Or okay. Thanks for that. But here's Barzal. Going to send this back away and tipped over from Varlamov, who made a save with the stick. And back out to center, away from Komarov. Lazan on the backhand. And swept to the... I don't know. Only one person said it, but maybe. Here's a shot by Tenardi. Save Varlamov. Puck is loose. He holds. Semyon Varlamov has it. And the Islander fans love this pace. This was the play before Nelson made to Beauvillier, and he took a hit from Mike Riley, but with good pace to be able to take this over on the slot pass. And this is Boston's chance. DeBrusk line, Coyle. Coyle's had a very physical presence in this series, but one goal, he hasn't had a lot on the stat sheet. And this was the play for DeBrusk, and that stick got forked, so he was able to put it through. 3 shots for Boston, 2 shots for New York. This goes a bit far from Ritchie to try to stab it on through. Islanders will take this out to center. Brought in by Cizikas. Clutterbuck there is the Fisher line. Tenorti hits Cizikas. Tenorti. He hasn't played much in this series. Tenorti hit by Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck tries to take the puck away. Remember, no Carlo because of the Clutterbuck hit. That was legal. Andy Green has it. Green risked this one wide. It's tipped. Martin had a chance. Rask made the save. Ooh, Matt Martin had a real good chance with Tuukka Rask not looking in that direction. Matt Martin had a tip off his backhand, but just not was able to put it through. This was Andy Green's shot. That also went across the lane, and Cizikas got in front. Yeah, he was trying to say the puck drops here. Now I remember, TPDH raid. Yeah, because I rated one guy once, and I said that was the thing. But we're not rating anybody. This is the puck drops here. I don't know who you're rating. And I'm not going to rate anybody today either. Back out Pasternak, tried to keep it through. Sorry for the thunder noises outside. Maybe that's a precursor because the Lightning are the team that either team will play. The Lightning who beat the Bruins in 5 games in the second round last year, and the Islanders who lost in 6 games. New York fares way better against Tampa than Boston does, as the Bruins will try to set this through off the wall. Brad Marchand with it. He'll shoot, and that hit Varlamov off the side. Wasn't a really great shot, though. Pelech. Oh, and a hit on McAvoy. McAvoy swept for Bergeron. They couldn't keep it in. Marchand hands this through, but also Varlamov was able to get a piece, and Pelech will swing. Pelech back out and off the boards. Greshlick tried to get it through. Back out. Bailey. Islanders trying to go to the conference final for the second straight year after they hadn't gone since '93. Nelson is tipped out of play. They lost in 6 games last year, and when they lost in '93, it was only 5 games. So, interestingly enough, the Islanders last year, that was their longest playoff run since 1984 when they went to the Stanley Cup final and eventually lost to Edmonton. And who did they beat to get to the Cup final? The Bruins. So this might be something interesting to look at as this face-off tapped up high, and Beauvillier tried to send it to Mayfield, but it's intercepted by Hall. Taylor Hall sends it off the corner. Craig Smith trying to get past Leddy over to Hall, and Mayfield sweeps it out of trouble. Bailey, this is off of skates, and Beauvillier tries to tap it past Riley. Beauvillier working on Riley. He wants a call, none given. And you know that calls aren't going to be given hard today because of all of the politicking by the coaches before. Power is not my favorite defenseman. Does that mean Thunder and Lightning will be in Connecticut soon? I don't know. How do I get the blue wrench? I mod you. Shot by Bailey from the wall was stopped by Rask with the glove. 15:22 to go in the first. No score. 5-5 career in elimination games. That's what Boston's coach has. Barry Trout's 14-11 career record in elimination games. Andy Green is out there, defensive core, as well as Dobson. Coyle's line is out there. Komarov won't take the center draw. Barzal will, with Everly as well. This is tied up. Bruins try to poke it through. It's technically a New York win on the draw, but until came across Dobson, that brings in one. Andy Green took a hit, but he gets it over to Everly. Everly took a hit over to Barzal. Barzal, who had that great stick handle to set up the goal. Shot by Dobson, snared by Rask. Islanders, in every game except for the first one, have given up the first goal. But they have won 3 of them. Game 2, Game 4, and Game 5. It's Kent Johnson, your top-rated guy. Okay, Dobson will go back to the bench. Cizikas, the fisherman line, but it's won by Tenorti, who tries to sweep this off the wall. And back out here is Ritchie. Tries to step ahead. A shot save. Varlamov, and Cizikas takes it and tries to get it out, but can't. Leddy with the puck behind the New York net. Leddy took a hit. All the way to center. Matt Martin tries to backhand it, but it's taken by Boston. Up the middle. Into the corner. Varlamov will just sweep it through. Back out with a hit on Tenorti. And all the way down. Connor Clifton. And all the way down for Mayfield. Mayfield will take it. No icing. There's been little stoppage in this game so far. Mayfield, let's go Islanders is the chant here in New York. All the way down, but taken by Pajot. Over to Sajak. Sajak stays. Forehand, backhand. Over to Polak. Polak tries to sweep it through. Blocked away by Pasternak, but here's Sajak. Sajak around the end. And swept there. Pellick a shot. Just tipped a bit wide. Bruins backhand this out to center. Marchand spinning out at center. Over Greshlick. And turned over. Here's Palmieri. Shoots blocked by McAvoy. And Palmieri decks McAvoy. Working on Bergeron is Sajak. To the line. Leddy. Back out Nelson. It should also be noted, as good as Palmieri was in this series, Palmieri was a Bruin killer when he was in New Jersey. Earlier this year, when the Devils played the Bruins and played them fantastic. Swept to Leddy, right circle. Leddy in front, and it's picked off. Backed out Brad Marchand. And it just went through Mayfield, who's got it behind the New York net. Mayfield, see if the Islanders will change, as Mayfield will take this out again. Over out at center, and it's tipped into the Boston Bruins bench. 13:07 to go. No score, but the Islanders have at least fairly controlled play. Right hit by Palmieri there as well. Let's take a look at what NBA games I can stream, if any, in first intermission. Oh, there's only one game and it's a 9:30 start. Wow, they don't. I thought maybe they were gonna have. Yes, I know. I thought maybe they were gonna have the Milwaukee game, but I'm guessing that the travel takes too long, so that's why they're giving him another day off. They're giving him 2 days off instead of one. He's experienced coach. I don't know how he sucks. So the first intermission, no, but the second intermission, maybe. Second intermission would be around 9, right? If it's around 9, then probably not either. So I wouldn't stream it. I would just watch it. I guess. All right. I guess we'll see.
Why did you use a permanent marker? Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $700 off our latest 5G smartphones.
We come back with a look at Matt Barzell, who's red hot with points in 4 consecutive games. We take a look at some analytics here, powered by AWS.
This is games 1 and 2. There's a shot attempt.
This is Barzell's New York shot attempts in 1 and 2. He had only 1 in the paint, a few at the right circle. And then he's had a bunch in the paint, including one of his goals was right at the goal. And that was the wraparound stuff play. And Bailey, if they hit on Clifton and he lost his stick, Bailey will get it back. Taylor Hall. No, I don't really do hangout streams. That's the point of the Discord. Taylor Hall will send this out across over to Hall again. Slips off his stick. Hall works on it. Back to Riley. Mike Riley. Just cornered back down. Craig Smith. Over across for Clifton again. And Clifton's shot. This bobbles. It's tapped again. Clifton a shot again. And it's intercepted and thrown down the center. They're trying to break a pass. But he does find Beauvillier, who gets decked by Clifton. New Jersey native with the big hit there as the Bruins will send this out to center. I'm not saying that. Away from Komarov. And the Islanders will take this right out. Eberle. A tap pass to center ice. Barzell has to chase. Grishlik with it. Grishlik motors. Back down for DeBrusk. He got hit hard. Now Barzell with it. 3 Bruins on it, but Barzell waits for teammates. Does have them. Komarov hit on a backhand. Tries to corner this through. Krejci's there. Coyle with a hit, but Eberle's back, out to the line. Andy Green. Green, a wrist shot, and a save made by Rask. Here's Eberle. Eberle for Barzell. Barzell at the right circle. Almost picked off by Boston, and it's thrown to the corner. And now the Bruins send it all the way down a bit too far. Will this be icing against the Bruins? Yes, it will be. Dobson takes it, and the puck comes in front of Rask again. And that was Clifton's also had a glove pass before he went on the hit on Beauvillier. And usually the fans would jump out of their seats. This is Boston, but no.
Nobody did it better than Peter Forsberg.
203 hits in this series by New York, 188 hits by Boston. They're both tough teams. And the Bruins just slide this to center all the way down. And yet again, it's an ice against Boston. This has been a very physical but clean game so far. Nobody's come dangerously close to a penalty, and nobody's come dangerously close, like incredibly dangerously close for a goal. It's still feeling out process. Here's Dobson, sets this over to Andy Green. Andy Green shot tipped out behind the net. And moving it over back to Dobson, a wrist shot. This tipped a few times. Sajak scores! Travis Sajak. Banging play as that just tipped loose off of Rask. in by Pajot, helped by Sajak, and then he goes to the net. You see the screen by Pajot, and Travis Sajak gets the first goal of the hockey game. 1-0 New York. McAvoy never saw Travis Sajak, and the Winnipeg native makes it 1-0 Islanders. Lou Lamoriello drafted Travis Sajak with the Devils, one of the guys that went to the Cup final in 2012, and he also brought him here on the trade with New Jersey. Gonna pitch it out, Lausanne over to Taylor Hall. Back out a few times, look for Hall, and the Islanders try to break it on out. Brought it away for Tenorti. Bruins to center. Ritchie sends this through to Wagner. A shot and the glove saved by Varlamov. And Polak is fighting away with Boston Bruin at the corner. That's Ritchie. And Varmy is the goal again. But this is good because it's a point shot. But McAvoy's job is to box out Sajak. He doesn't do that. Sajak gets behind him and pulls this power wrister to make it 1-0 New York. This is the first time. This is the first time this playoff year in this building that the Islanders have struck first. New York wins the faceoff. Sajak spins it through. And tipped on out, tried for Palmieri. Sajak. This will be the Islanders' last homer had home ice in the series, but they won't have home ice in the next series against Tampa Bay. Now, all right.
Travis Sajak, the Islanders have the early lead. Pasternak